Volkan, we're just 2 days away from your fight against Ilir Latifi, but last time you both made weight, you both faced off, and the fight was canceled. How are you mentally going into this fight? Does that bother you? Are you worried that maybe he's not going to make it again?
No, actually, it was the exact same time that it happened. We did the media day on Thursday night, and I was getting ready for cutting weight, and then the next morning was actually the weighing. So it didn't happen because the same night they told me the fight was cancelled. He pulled his back, he hurt himself, and I still had to make weight. So I did my part. I made weight, and then the fight was cancelled. They couldn't find anybody else, but I was also hoping maybe to be a late replacement. If somebody else get injured, at least I'm ready. I made my part. I did the weight, so it was gonna be okay. But this time I think everything is gonna be okay. Everything is smooth. He looks healthy. I look good too. So let's fucking do it.
How frustrating was it to continue cutting weight and knowing that maybe you probably wouldn't fight?
It's different. I think in my mind, while I was cutting weight, it was a little bit harder because I knew he wasn't for a fight and stuff. You know what I mean? So it's the same stuff. It's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're paid for. So at the end of the day, it's part of your job.
You're going through a delicate moment in the UFC after this incredible year in 2017. How did you change mentally going into this fight, knowing that you maybe make the necessary changes to get back on track?
I've been trying to evolve since the beginning. After my first losses, I tried to find other stuff, or the keys, or the training methods and stuff like that. I think I just keep evolving, and now I reach a point where everything clicks together, and now it's going to be a time that I'm going to showcase it.
What was the key to change and get to the right place?
I was more one-dimensional before, and it was okay until the moment I fought Cormier, but then I had this problem on the floor. Then I started training a lot of jiu-jitsu. I start implementing my wrestling also, not only defense but offense. So also to be effective on attacking. So everything it takes time to be fully prepared. But here I am, and I'm more than ready.
Do you think that maybe you were caught in that no time thing, that you just go in there and knocking people out in 1 minute, and you thought, okay, I'm gonna do that to everyone, I'm gonna do that to Cormier, and didn't pay attention to other aspects of the game?
That's maybe one of the parts of it, and I think once they know also what you're gonna do, they can expect it, and they're gonna counter it and work around it. So also that's part of the game. It's you have to strategize and be smart.
Ilir is a tough fighter, but he has been finished before. Is that how you envision yourself beating him?
Yeah, it's definitely my way of finishing him. I want to knock him out.
Do you envision this fight being a quick one, like the no time days, or do you think like it's going to be more of a war before you stop?
I think Ilir is also a really fast-paced guy, and he has a lot of power in the first round. So if he's trying to play this game, I'm definitely going to take the best out of it.
You seem to have a good relationship. Is it harder to prepare for someone you don't hate at all?
No, because it's all about the result, and everybody want to get that W, Everybody want to win, and you train really hard for that. And it doesn't matter who you're facing, When it's a friend, then there is other things that involve, but at the end of the day, as I say, it's just work.
What do you think is at stake for you now? Do you think you have your back against the wall? Do you think your job is on the line if you're going to lose this? Because 4 in a row in the UFC is complicated, even though you're a former title challenger and all that. Do you think you're in this must-win situation, Dibs?
No, I don't think so, because I've been facing the top of the division all the time, I've been facing guys that are up and coming and beating former champions, and like the best prospect. And Ilir is actually the first guy I'm fighting that is coming off of losses, So it's not really a break for me, but it's maybe not again like taking the best of the best all the time, the most dangerous guy. And now it's also why it's more of a break for me.
Yeah, people tend to see easier fights, quote unquote, like a warmer fight, but Ilir is kind of a tough warmer fight, right?
It's a really dangerous fight. He's been in the top 10 for forever. He's been there, but I think he lost a lot of key fights. Like every time he fought a name or like somebody really strong, that's when he lost. You know, that's when he lost the fight, and I think that's what's going to be a problem for him on Saturday.
And you're coming after that loss to Dominick Reyes that most people think you won. I think you won that fight. Is it still bother you, that fight that you're calling on social media robbery? Is that still bothering you to this day?
It's okay, you know. I don't really pay attention, but every time, you know, I'm online, Instagram, or like talking with somebody, you know, about it, you know, they always, you know, keep bringing it back. You know, it's not a problem for me. You know, I made my peace with it. You know, the only thing I want from him is like to fight again, you know, and fuck him up this time.
How do you think that will go, this rematch with him? Do you think you always try to finish him to not go the distance again?
I really push the pace, because this fight, you know, I really played it safe and did my stuff, you know, played the points game, and this time I'm really gonna push him.
Do you think that should be your next fight, or you have someone else in mind after you beat Ilir?
Yeah, this is one of the fights I want the most, definitely. You know, he has to see with the timing and everything. I know he's fighting a weed man, so in the meantime, you know, let's see what happens. But definitely, it's going to be on top of my list.